Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. Man, that was rough to watch. A complete demolition done by the Denver Nuggets. Congratulations to them. I was really never confident from the very beginning in this series. But I thought, having Devin Booker and KD with a healthy Chris Paul gave us a puncher's chance, gave us a shot. And we kind of had a glimpse in Game 3 and Game 4, but it didn't pan out that way. So let's go through the public enemies list for the Phoenix Suns. Okay. Public enemy 1, DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton, again, softest big man in the league, getting paid $30 million. Weak hands, no defensive presence. He's not a force. He's not an enforcer or a force on offense or defense. I hope the Suns trade his ass for pennies. I don't even care what we get for him. Get him off the team. He brings no energy, no life. Just an absolute garbage of a big man getting paid crazy money. I get it. They had to pay him because he was getting off his rookie contract, whatever it is. That's just NBA business. That money does not reflect of the caliber of player that he is, right? No, he's just complete garbage. Good riddance. I'm actually happy this series is over so we can begin the healing process and the moving process of getting his ass out of Phoenix. Done with him. Garbage. Second culprit in this series is Chris Paul. Right on time, Chris Paul never stays healthy in these big playoff moments. I'm not going to go through the years with the Clippers and the Rockets. Chris Paul's body just knows when to break down when his team needs him the most. I know it's not his fault. He doesn't plan to get hurt, but it's just his history. It is what it is. So I don't know what the future is with Chris Paul. Hey, I probably keep him because he's good for the regular season, but we can't count on him come playoff time, right? So culprit number 2, right? Okay, so let's see here. Culprit number 3 is, this is going to trigger some people. Kevin Durant. I don't want to hear any talks about Kevin Durant being one of the pantheon of great players in NBA history. Listen, he is a top 75 player. He has 2 championships, albeit via Golden State. And he was the best player on that team, but he had a great supporting cast. To call the Golden State Warriors supporting cast for KD sounds crazy, but I mean, hey, that's what happened, right? 2 Finals MVPs, okay. Goes to Brooklyn, absolute disaster. Peak Kevin Durant was 2 years ago when he had his toe on the line in a Game 7 performance against the Milwaukee Bucks. That could have been the year that Kevin Durant broke through and really put himself up there and possibly on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. No. Okay. We got Kevin Durant in Phoenix and we're like, okay, you know what? It didn't work out in Brooklyn. Let's see what we get here. Okay. Didn't go well initially because he got hurt on his layup for the first home game. Okay. So just very fluky, right? So then come playoff time, Devin Booker was pretty much leading the entire band the entire time. Okay. Particularly in this series against the Nuggets, right? When Booker would go off and Kevin Durant was struggling, not being efficient. I know Kevin Durant's numbers look good at times in this series, but if you look at the number of shots, it was just bad, and he would get a lot of his points, later in the game, after the game is kind of like out of reach, or when the game was out of balance or whatever, and the Nuggets were just, his points really didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He played well at home when we got the series back to Phoenix for the home games, but Booker again led the show. There was not a single game in this series that Kevin Durant just put the team on his back and led. Game 6 was the signature game for Kevin Durant. Even in this losing effort, if Kevin Durant needed to put on a signature Kevin Durant performance, and we did not get that at all. Okay. So I don't want to hear any talks about Kevin Durant being one of the greatest players in NBA history, or, he's still a great player. He's still, a historically great player. I get that, he's still one of the top players in the NBA, but is he top 10 now? I don't know. And look, we're lucky that Kevin Durant even stayed healthy for these games, but will his body hold up next season? Kevin Durant just doesn't have, he just like LeBron James in year 20, a lot of pressure on him. Always, every year, a lot of pressure. Where's the pressure on Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant LeBron James dominated the East, and I'm not even a big LeBron James fan, but I gotta acknowledge the great things he's done. I gotta acknowledge his greatness, so I don't want to even compare, Durant to LeBron James. It's just total two different categories for these guys. LeBron James is on another level, just from on the court historically, all that stuff, man. Like Kevin Durant, he was along for the ride, with Devin Booker, which is crazy. But no, I'm not done with Kevin Durant, but I don't plan to lean on him going forward. He's just not that guy anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. So that's that. Okay, so culprit number 4, and this is a little funny to me, but hey, Suns fans should have been booing the hell out of this team a lot earlier in the game. Phoenix media, Arizona media is very soft on the pro teams out here, so the media in Arizona is not going to give too much heat on Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying? But my dusty ass on my channel, I just flamed him up earlier, so yeah, like, so no, the Suns fans should be disappointed. They started booing towards the end, but like that wasn't, it should have been more emphatic in the second half, being down by over 30 points. You know what I'm saying? 81 points in the first half. Crazy. Which is my next point. Culprit number 5, Monty Williams. Man, boy, you don't make adjustments. You don't do anything, man. I don't know. He's just a coach that relies on the talent. You know what I'm saying? You see many coaches throughout the league who don't have their players or horses, their star players, and they find ways to manufacture wins, squeak one out, get it done. You know what I'm saying? When Devin Booker is having an off night, you know what I'm saying? You got a good performance on campaign. He came ready to play. It just seemed like everybody else just wasn't ready to play. That's on the coach, man. That's on Monty not having these guys ready. You know what I'm saying? And back to Kevin Durant. Yeah. So when Booker has an off night, you know what I'm saying? This game was tailor-made for you to step up. You know what I'm saying? All you got was 23 points. I know he barely played the fourth quarter because the game was out of reach. Don't let the final score be indicative of it was much bigger leads in that game, man. Just crazy, man. So the season goes up in smoke now. You know what I'm saying? So multiple culprits for this disaster. But I try to hang in there. They gave me some life when they tied the series up, but just Denver was just too much talent from Jokic. Jamal Murray was due to pop off again at some point. We knew that was coming. So congratulations again to the Denver Nuggets. And big off-season changes need to be made, whether via coach and or the roster. Looking forward to that. But hey, it is what it is. I guess it was somewhat of a good season, but considering we had Kevin Durant and we're supposed to have Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker, and fully healthy to see how far we can get, we didn't get that far. I mean, we got to the second round, game 6, championship expectations, or at least conference finals. Go late in the conference finals, none of that. So, yeah. So, anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.